on the Dell reading it. The Prime Minister, Mr. Churchill, has warned to the country not to see the evacuation of Dunkirk as a triumph, but as the start of greater challenges to come. And now we are pleased to present Oberon and his orchestra with special guests Pease Blossom and her cobwebs.
Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cobbled sea, but it would be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree, but it would be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
All clear?
Yeah, all clear. No, wait, enemy approaching on our left. Approaching fast.
Right, let's give them something to remember us by. Deb, are you okay?
Request your position. Request your position. Come in, Lancaster. Come in, Lancaster.
Position nil.
Cannot read you. Cannot read you. Request your position. Can you see our signals?
For if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream. Shakespeare. I'd rather have written that than flown through Hitler's legs.
Hello, Lancaster. We're sending signals. Can you see our signals? Come in, Lancaster.
Brief as the lightning in the darkened night that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere man hath the power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. Damn good that will, Shakespeare.
Are you receiving me? Repeat, are you receiving me?
I can't give you my position. Instruments all gone. Crew gone too. All bailed out. Except for my co-pilot. The station, Hawkinge. Bomber Group A. Name, Flight Lieutenant Lysander.
Are you going to land, Lysander?
No, I'm not going to land. Undercarriage all gone. Inner port on fire. I'm bailing out. But there's a catch. I've got no parachute.
Do not understand. Hello? Hello?
It's quite simple. We've had it, and I'd rather jump than fry. After the first 1,000 feet, what's the difference?
Perhaps we can do something. Let me report it.
Where do you live? On the station?
No, a big country house. Athens Manor.
Old house?
Yes, very old.
Oh, good. I'll be a ghost. Come and see you. I can't be helped about the parachute. I'll have my own wings soon. Big, white ones. Hope they haven't gone all modern. I'd hate to have a propeller instead of wings. What do you think the next world's like? I think it starts where this one leaves off. I'll know soon enough anyway. I'm signing off now. Goodbye. Goodbye. So long, Dem. I'll see you in a minute. You'll know what we wear by now. Propeller or wings.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
Are you sure that we are awake? Seems to me that yet we sleep dream. Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemn.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athens-field folk to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Well, good Aegeus, what's the news with thee?
Wait. Full of vexation come I, out of complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius! Queen Commander, this man has my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander! Queen Commander, this man has bewitched the bosom of my child. I beg the ancient privilege of ancient Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, either to this man or to her death, according to the law. Immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I wish my father looked with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat, good sir, you pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts, but I beseech that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either prepare to die, or else to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth. Examine well your blood. If you yield not to your father's will, you can endure the livery of a nun, forever in shady cloister kept, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon.
So will I grow, so live, so die, good sir. Ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished joke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day twixt my love and me in bond of everlasting fellowship, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for a austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy praised title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
God for Lysander! 'Tis true this man has my love, for what is mine, my love renders him, and she is mine. And I do estate all my right of her unto Demetrius.
I am, good sir, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my rights? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nida's daughter Helena and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess I had heard as much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being over full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius come, and Aegeus come. You shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athensfield yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate to death, or to avow single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love?
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well between them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me. For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
What's too high to be enthralled too low?
or else misgrafted in respective years,
Spite too old to be engaged too young.
or else stood upon the choice of friends.
How to choose love by another's eyes?
Or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it as momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, as short as any dream, as brief as the lightning in the darkened night that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross as due to lovers, thoughts and sighs, wishes and dreams, poor fancy's followers.
Good persuasion. Then hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens field is her house remote 7 miles, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then, steal forth from thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the woods, a mile without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May. There shall I stay for thee.
Oh, my good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than women ever spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes Helena.
Oh, good speech, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Oh, Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars and your tongue sweet air more tunable to lark than shepherd's ear, when wheat is green and hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, a favour so yours would I catch for Hermia ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue, sweet melody. Oh, were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
Oh, the more I hate, the more he follows me.
Well, the more I love, the more he hateth me.
Well, his folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Oh, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place.
What?
Before the time I did Lysander see,
Oh.
Athens was a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love to dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
All right. Ah, Helena. To you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, an hour that lovers' flights doth still conceal, from Athens' field have we devised to steal.
And in the woods where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosom of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens' field turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Oh, farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, for we must starve our sight of lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helena, and you. As you on he, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Was there Athens filled unthought as fair as she? But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so, when he would not know what all but he do know. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he held down oath that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Just whistle while you work. Put on that grin and start trying to whistle loud and long and hum a merry tune. Just do your best and take a rest and sing yourself a song. When there's too much to do, don't let it bother you. Forget your troubles, try to be just like a cheerful chickadee and whistle while you work. Whistle while you work.
It's warm.
It's all our company here.
You best to call them, generally, man by man, according to the script.
Oh, well, here is the scroll of everyone's name who's thought fit throughout Athensville to take part in our interlude before the Wing Commander on his wedding day at night.
First, could Rita Quinn say what the play treats on? They'd read the names of the actors and so grow to a point.
Well, Barry, our play is the most lamentable comedy and cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Very good piece of work, I assure you, Anna Mary. Now, Rita Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll.
Oh, right, well, then, Nick Bottom the Builder.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
Oh, you Nick Bottom are down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
Oh, a lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will are some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole, in some measure, to the rest.
Francis
Yet my chief humours for a tyrant, I could play Ercles rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shock shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates.
Oh, that was very nice. Very nice indeed. Yes.
This
Yes.
was lofty. Now, name the rest of the plays.
Francis Flute.
This is Ercles' vein, the tyrant's vein. A love was more condoling.
Can I go on now? Great. Francis Flute, the farmer's lad.
Here we quit.
Oh, now Flute, you have got to take Thisbe on you.
And what is this be? Wandering night?
No, 'tis the lady that...
Nay, Faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
Oh, that's all one, because you can play it in a mask, and you can make your voice as small as you will.
And I hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice.
Pyramus, I love thee. Thy Thisbe dear and lady dear. No. You must needs play Pyramus and Flute Thisbe. End of story.
Proceed.
Right, who's this? Robert Starveling Onion Seller.
Non. C'est Robert Saint-Arvelat. I am from France.
Oh, Robert.
And it is a pleasure to meet you in the flesh.
Well, Robert.
Robert.
Yeah, Robert. Yes. Well, I'm
You read a Quince?
You must play Pyramus's father.
Brilliant.
Myself, I will play Thisbe's father. And Snug the Chippy, yes. Oh, is that you? Oh, yes. Well, you the lion's part must take. And I hope here's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? I pray you, if it be, give it me, because I am slow of study.
Well, there is no written part, but you can do it extempore, for 'tis nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the wing commander say, "Let him roar again! Let him roar again!"
And you would do it so terribly that you would frighten other ladies and make them shriek, and that would be enough to hang us all.
That would hang us. Every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if you should frighten the ladies out of the woods, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you unto any nightingale.
No, you can play no part but Pyramus. Oh, look, for Pyramus is a proper man, a sweet-faced man as one would see on a summer's day, gentlemanly and lovely man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Yeah, come on.
Go
on. Please, come on.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard do I best to play it in?
Oh, what you will!
I will discharge it in either your straw-coloured beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and green beard, or your perfect yellow. Or I got the one that's kind of checks on it.
Yeah, well, that would be very nice. Whatever colour you want to play it in. Now, there are your parts, and I desire you, require you, and entreat you. No, there's no part for you. It's roaring. Now, you must learn these by tomorrow night, and meet me in the wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There we will rehearse. For if we rehearse in the town, we'll be dog with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw up a list of properties such as our play requires. Oh, I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
And the great oak will meet yes again.
How now, spirit, whither wander you? Oh, over hill, over dale, through a brush, through a briar, over park, over pale, through a flood, through a fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, and in their gold coat spots you see, those are rubies, fairy favours, and in those freckles live their savours. I must go find some dewdrops here and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, I must be gone. The queen and her elves come here anon.
Oh dear. The king does keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath because she is her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forests wild. But she perforce withhold the loved boy, crown him with flowers, and make him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, that they do square. That all their elves for fear creep into little acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, else you, that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not she that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labour in the quern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no balm, mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm, those that hobgoblin call you and sweet puck, you do their work and now have good luck, are you not she?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. But fairy, here comes Oberon.
Oh, and here my mistress, would that he were gone. moonlight can do. Ooh, what the moonlight can do to you. You're in love, your heart is fluttering all day long. You only stutter 'cause your poor tongue just cannot utter the words, I love you.
Ill met my moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here come from the farthest step of India, but that forsooth your secret love to Theseus must be wed, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
Ha ha, these are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since midsummer spring met we on hill, forest or dale, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margins of the sea to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls, thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature, we see the seasons change. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and at old times thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds, is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and this mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my head.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy lamb buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full oft does she gossip by my side, and sat for me on Neptune's yellow sand, marking the embarking traders on the flood. And then we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied in the wanton wind. And she with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the shores to fetch me trifles, then return again from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she being mortal of that boy did die, and for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Oh, perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare thy haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for all thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither.
Sorry.
Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me that herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan could swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania while she's asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion or bear, or wolf or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou told me there was stolen unto this wood, yet here am I, wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, follow me no more.
Oh, you draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. But yet you draw not iron from my heart of true steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? I not in plainest truth tell you, I do not, nor I cannot love you?
But even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worse a place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of the night and the ill counsel of the desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Oh, well, your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in the night. Nor does this wood lack worlds for company when you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
Oh, the wildest has not such a heart as you. Run when you will, that story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow, do not believe that I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye! In the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed and were not made to woo. Well, I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Here it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania, sometime in the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enamelled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove a sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the blue uniform he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so. Come, thou art roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part of a minute hence, some to kill canker's in the musk rose buds. Some war with raven mice for their leathern wings to make my small elf's coats, and some keep back that clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now to sleep, then about your offices and let me rest.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of
I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take, love and language for his sake. Be it lynx or cat or bear, leopard, boar with bristled hair, in thine eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you do faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak truth, I forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed, for I upon this bank shall rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet, do not lie so near.
Take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in true love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so then one heart we can make of it. Yeah? Two bosoms interchained in an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Oh, Lysander riddles very prettily, and much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say that Lysander lied. But gentle friends, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such a separation may as well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life's end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed, sleep give thee all his rest.
And with half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eye I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night, silence. Who is here? Blue uniform he doth wear. This is he my master said despised the Athenian maid. Oh, and here the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, thou durst not lie so near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth thou. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat upon thy eyelid. So, awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not through soft tears, and so mine oftener wash than hers, no. Now I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away
run through fire, I will, for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. For who would not change a raven for a dove? No, the will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Oh, good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess I thought you lauded more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should by another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Then Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most by those they did deceive, so thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, and the most of me. And all my powers address your love and might to honour Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crying serpent from my breast. I me for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at its cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander? Gone? No sound, no word? Speak! Speak, and if you hear, speak of old loves! I swoon almost with fear. No. Then I will perceive you are not nigh. Either you or death I'll find immediately.
Oh, the factories may be roaring with a boom-a-lacka, zoom-a-lacka-wee, but there isn't any roar when the clock strikes 4. Everything stops for tea. Oh, a lawyer in the courtroom, in the middle of an alimony plea, has to stop and help a poor when the clock strikes 4. Everything stops for tea. It's a very good English custom, though the weather be cold or hot. When you need a little pickup, you'll find a little teacup will always in the spot. You remember Cleopatra had a date to meet Mark Antony at 3. When he came an hour late, she said, "You'll have to wait."
Hello, mate.
Everything stops for tea.
Are we all met?
Oh, well, here's a marvellous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green spot shall be our stage, and that hawthorn brake our tiring house. And we will do it in action, as we will do it before the matter?
Read the prince.
Oh, what sayest thou, Bullybot?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By a lark in a perilous fear.
Ah, I believe we should leave the killing out when all is gone.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Builder. That'll put them out of fear.
Oh, well, we'll have such a prologue, and it will be written in 8 and 6.
No, let it be 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
All right.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, huh? I promise you.
Masters, you want to consider with yourselves to bring in shield as a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, he must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the... must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through saying thus or to the same defect. Ladies!
Lady!
Or, fair ladies, I would wish you.
Fair ladies, I would wish you.
Or, I would request you.
I would request you.
Or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it would pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And there indeed let him name his name and tell them plainly he is Snug the Chippy.
I'm Snug the Chippy.
Well, it shall be so. Oh, but there's 2 other things. First of all, how to bring moonlight into the chamber, for you know that Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Does the moon shine that night we play our play?
Calendar. A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does shine that night.
Oh, then may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or, I've got a better idea. Some person must come in carrying a bunch of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes to disfigure or present the person of moonshine. Oh, perfect. Oh, but there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for you know, so the story says, that Pyramus and Thisbe did speak through a chink in a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And he may hold his fingers thus. Then, through that cranny, shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper, "Hello, my lover."
Well, if that may be, then all is well. Yes, now come on, sit you down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Now, Pyramus, you speak first. And when you have said your speech, you enter into that break over there. And everyone else according to his cue.
What hempen homespun have we swaggering here so near the cradle of the fairy queen? A play toward? Oh, I'll be auditor. Or actor, too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Now, Pyramus begin. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flower of odious savours sweet.
Odors,
savours sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now? Aye, marry must you. For you must understand that he goes but to see a noisy herd and is to come again. Ah,
Most radiant pyramus, most lady white of hue, of colour like the blood rose and tribe of prime, with frisky juvenile, linguist, lovely Jews, toes, toes, the will never charm, meaty pyramus and ninety tomb.
Ninus tomb!
I read the pyramus and ninety tomb.
You must not see that line yet. No, that you answer to Pyramus. Oh, you see all your lines at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire. Give him the line again. Never tire.
As true as horse, but yet would never tire.
If I were fair, only Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass of your own, do you?
Oh, bless thee, Bottom. Oh, bless thee. Oh, my God. Thou art translated.
Right, this is very... I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me if they could. Well, I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I shall walk. Up and down. Just here. And I shall sing. But they shall hear I am not afraid. There ain't no sense sitting on the fence all by yourself in the moonlight. There ain't no frown by the watermill all by yourself in the moonlight.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
There ain't no fun sitting beneath the trees, giving yourself a hug, giving yourself a squeeze. Life's a farce sitting on the grass, all by yourself in the moonlight. Ah!
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note, and mine eye much enthralled by thy shape, and thy fair virtues force perforce dost move me on first view to say, to swear, I love thee!
Methinks message should have little reason for that, and yet to speak the truth, reason enough keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbours will not make them friends. Nay, I can joke upon occasion.
Oh, thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. If I have wit enough to find my way out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still does tend upon my estate, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I will give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing whilst thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness, so thou shalt as an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb moth.
Did you ever see a dream walking? Well, I did. Did you ever see a dream talking?
Well, I did. Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs to light them in the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love to bed and, ooh, to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail.
Hail.
Oh, I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good mistress Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I will make bold with you. Your name on this, gentlewoman?
Peace Blossom.
I pray you commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peace Cod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Peace Blossom. And your name, I beseech you, miss?
Moth.
Moth, there.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. Methinks the moon looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, so weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue and bring him silently.
Did you ever see a dream walking? Well, I did. Did you ever hear a dream talking?
Well, I did.
Did you ever have a dream thrill you? And will you be mine? Oh, it's so grand and it's too divine. Did you ever see a dream dancing? Well, I did. Did you ever see a dream romancing? Well, I did. Did you ever find heaven right in your arms, saying I love you, I do? Well, the dream that was walking and the dream that was talking and the heaven in my arms was you.
Now Germans are dive bombing a convoy out at sea. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 German dive bombers. Junkers 87. There's one going down on his target now.
And that was our special correspondent reporting from the heart of the air and sea battle over Europe. Now we return to our music programme with Peace Blossom and her cobwebs.
Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread at the Lycinian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus's nuptial day. The shallowest, thick skin of that barren sort, whom Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, where I did him a disadvantage take, and ass's no life fixing on his head, when in that moment so it came to pass Titania waked, and Serena I left an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course, she must be I.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
Well, this is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Oh, now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being horseshoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon as this whole earth may be bores, and that the moon may through her centre creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with Antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty, yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as younger Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my house.
Oh, out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drives me past the maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him, then? Oh, henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, once tell true. Tell true even for my sake. Dost thou have looked upon him being awake, or hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm and adder do so much? Aye, an adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get, therefore?
A privilege.
Oh!
Never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow, which now, in some slight measure, it will pay. For his tender here, I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. By thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then fate o'errules that one man holding truth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens field thou find. All fancy 6 years and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes again, she do appear.
I go, see how I go.
Swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of the purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sinking apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, make her shine as gloriously as the Venus in the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Pleading for some lover's fee. Shall we therefore patents? Sorry, say, Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must needs be sport to learn. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I I vow I weep, and vows so born, in their nativity all truth appears. Why should these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's.
No!
Will you give her all? Weigh oath with oath and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, set in two scales, will even weigh and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
No, none in my mind. Now you give her all.
Demetrius loves Hermia, he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. That pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow, and thou holdest up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell. I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. And can you not hate me as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals, and love Hermia. No. Oh, and now both rivals to mock Helena, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, or to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I give you up my part. And yours in Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will to my
Oh, never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest where I sojourn. Now, to Helen is in home return, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so!
Disparaged of the faith that thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou wilt buy it dear. Ha! Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Oh, dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Where it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, brought me to thy sound. Oh, but why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who doth more in gild the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know that the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
Because you think it cannot be. Oh, no! She is one of this confederacy. Oh, now I perceive. They have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired? Have you indeed contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, is all forgot? All school days, friendship, childhood, innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sample, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices and minds had been incorporate. Well, so we grew together, like to a double cherry seam imparted, but yet an union imparted. Two lovely berries moulted on one stem, so with two seeming bodies but one heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? Oh, it is not friendly, it is not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may charge you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I'm amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
celestial. Well, wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? Oh, what though I be not so in grace as you, so set upon with love so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved, this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever, counterfeit sad looks, big mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink at each other, hold that sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly mine own fault which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, and hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul.
Ow, excellent!
We do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love you. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him false that says I love you not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
My son's away to tend all this.
Away, you Ethiop!
No, he seemed to break loose, take on as he would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Oh, hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing! Let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why are you so rude? What dangers this sweet love?
Thy love! Out, tawny tartar! Out! Out, loathing medicine! Oh, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Oh.
Yes, Susan, so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I strike her, hurt her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? I mean, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I'm as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, God's forbidden earnest shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain. Nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me! You, juggler! You, Canker Blossom! You thief of love! What, have you come by the night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Oh, finey face! Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Oh, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. Are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I'm not yet so low that my nails can...
You mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed, I have no gift at all in shrewishness. Let her not strike me. You may perhaps think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her. So bitter with thee. I ever more did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsel, never wronged you. Well, save that for love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you, and for love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence, and threatened to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And so you will let me quiet go. To Athensfield will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Well, get you gone. Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart I leave here behind.
What with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid, Hermia?
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she was at school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. You just suffer her to float and let me.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering knotgrass made, you bead, you acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone, speak not of Helena, take not her part.
Well, now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, and try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow, nay, I'll go with thee. Keep me down.
You, mistress. All this coil is long of you, Maker. I will not trust you, I know, nor stay your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer to run away! I'm amazed and know not what to say. Helena! Oh, Helena!
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries wilfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the blue uniform he had on?
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon, with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray, that one comes not within another's way, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. When they next awake, all this derision will seem but a dream and fruitful vision. While I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach the ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards. Damned spirits all, that in crossways and floods have burial, already to their wormy beds are gone. For fear lest day should look their shames upon, they willfully exile themselves from the light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But, notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I shall lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, broad and ready, where art thou?
I'll be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward! What, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes thou lookest for wars and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come now, child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on you.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I followed fast, but faster did he fly. That fallen am I in dark uneven way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day. For if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge his spite.
thou darest? For well I know, thou runn'st before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither. I am here.
Nay then, thou mock'st me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night! Oh, long and tedious night! Abate thine hours and shine comfort from the east, that I may back to Athens filled by daylight from these my poor company detest. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3. Then come one more. 2 of both kinds make up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled by dew and torn with briars. Oh, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here I will rest me to the break of day. Heaven shields Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to thy eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that every man shall take his own, when thou wakest shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall be ill, the man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you know just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for.
Come, sit thee down upon this fiery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick moss rose in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch me out, Peace Blossom. Where's Mamselle Cobweb?
Ready?
Ah, Mamselle Cobweb, good Mamselle. Get you your weapons in your hands and kill me a red-hit humblebee on top of a thistle. Oh, and good Mamselle, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, Mamselle. Oh, and Mamselle, have a care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with the honey bag, Signora. Where's Mamselle Moth?
Ready?
Mamselle Moth, give me your hand. I pray you leave your courtesy, good Mamselle.
What's your will?
To help Cobweb to scratch! Ah, much to the barbers, methinks I'm marvellous hairy about the face. And I'm such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
Oh, what wilt thou host of music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear at music. Let's have the tongues and the bones!
Oh, tell me, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly, a peck of provender. Oh, I can munch a good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that will seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather have handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Come, sleep thou, and I will wind you in my arms. Fairies away, and be always away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. See thou this sweet sight. Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favours for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me and her fairy sent, to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and gentle pluck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, waking when the other do, may all to Athens field again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as a fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Now, my Titania, awake you, my sweet queen.
Oh, my Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamoured with an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh, how came this thing to pass? How mine eye doth loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head.
When thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes, peep.
Sound music, and my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be, dream a little dream of me.
My fairy king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after nightshade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
Good morning, we fought the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning, it's great to stay up late. Good morning to you. When the band began to play, the stars were shining bright. Now the milkman's on his way, it's too late to say goodnight. So good morning, sunbeams
What
will
nips
soon
are
come.
these?
Good morning, my darling, to you.
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander is. And this Demetrius. And this Helena. Our Nita's Helena. I do wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rites of May, and hearing of our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these woodbirds but a couple now.
Pardon, good sir?
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies, How comes this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hatred and fear no enmity?
Good sir, I shall reply. Amazedly. Half sleep, half waking. But as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly I would speak, and now I do bethink me, so it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law...
Enough, enough, my lord! I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen from us, Demetrius. Therefore, robbing you and me, you of your wife and me of my consent. My consent for her to be your wife.
Good sir, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, good sir, I know not by what power, but by some power it is. My love for Hermia melted as the stone. It seems to me now the remembrance of an idle gaud, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of my eye, is only Helena. To her, good sir, was I betrothed ere I see Hermia. But like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health come to my natural taste. And now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we'll hear more anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the chapel and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for now, the morning is something worn. Let's away with us to Athens field, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, where everything seems double.
Or so methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own but not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep. We dream. Do you not think Theseus was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father. And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the chapel.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let's just recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hi-ho. Read a quince. Flute farmer's lad. Snout the boilermaker. Son Avalon. God's my life. Stolen it and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he goes about to expound this dream. Me thought that I was... No, there's no man can tell what. Me thought that I was... And me thought that I had a... Man is but a patch fool who'll often say what we thought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get acquainted to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the commander. Her adventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Just whistle while you work. Put on that grin and start right into whistle loud and long and hum a merry tune. Just do your best and take a rest and sing yourself a song. When there's too much to do, don't let it bother you. Forget your troubles, try to be just like a cheerful chickadee and whistle while you work. Come on, get smart, tune up and start to whistle while you work.
Oh, have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
Il est nowhere to be seen. Bah, tout est transportable.
If he comes not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It's not possible. You haven't got a man in Athensfield who can play Pyramus like he.
No. He hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athensfield.
And the best person too. He's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. The paramours, oh God bless us, the thing of naught.
Oh, masters. The commanders come from the chapel and there are 2 or 3 officers and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we would all be made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom.
Where are these lads? Where are these hounds?
Oh, no, get him off.
No.
Oh,
Merci, mon Dieu.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am not true a thing.
Come on.
Oh, I will tell you everything right as it fell out. No, not a word of it. All I will say is, the commander hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the manor. Every man look o'er his part, for the long and the short is, our play is preferred! In any case, let Thisbe have new linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And, most dear actors, eat no onions or garlic. We are to utter sweet breath, I do not doubt, but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy.
It is a stereotype. You are very rude and I want an apology. No more words.
Go away!
By the light of the silvery moon, I'd like to spoon to my honey I'll croon love's tune. Honeymoon, honeymoon, keep a shining in June. Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams.
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never shall believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are all of imagination compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in the brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown. The poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, all witnesseth and fancies images, and yet grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and absent.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy, and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us waiting your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have? To wear away the long age of 3 hours between after supper and bedtime. Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? What play shall we have to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? A call Philostrate!
Here we, Commander.
Say, what abridgment have you for us this evening? What masks, what music? How shall we beguile this lazy time, if not with some delight?
Here is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your good sir will see first.
The Battle of the Centaurs, sung by the Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That I've told my love in glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. Well, that is an old device and was played when I from Spain came last a conqueror. The thrice three muses, mourning the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Tedious and brief, merry and tragical? Well, that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, good sir, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my good sir, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself. I must confess, when I saw rehearsed, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens' fields, who have never laboured in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memory in this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear this play.
No, good sir, it is not for you. It is nothing in the world. I have heard it over. Lest you find sport in their intense, extremely stretched and conned in cruel pain. But do you service?
I will hear this play, for never can anything be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go bring them in.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged and duty in his service perishing.
My gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come, great clerks of purpose to greet me with premeditated welcomes, where I've seen them shiver and turn pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practised accents in their fear, and in conclusion dumbly have broke off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet, in this silence I picked a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty I read as much as from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, at least, speak most to my capacity.
Good sir, the prologue is addressed.
Oh, let her approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come not in despite. We do not come as meaning to content you. Our true intent is, oh, for your delight we are not here. Oh no, that was wrong, wasn't it? That you should here repent. You, the actors, are at hand, and by their show you will know all that you are like to know.
This woman doth not stand upon points.
She hath read her prologue like a rough colt. She knows not to stop. A good moral, good sir. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, she has played upon her prologue like a child in a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
Her speech was like a tangled chain. Nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Good evening. In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, do present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think had within it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, it did whisper often very secretly, this loam, this rough cast, this stone does show that I am that same wall, the truth is so, and this cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire Lyman Hare to speak the better?
It is the wittiest partition I have ever heard discoursed.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim night. Oh, night with you so black. Oh, night, whichever art when day is not. Oh, night. Oh, night. Alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, which stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Joe shields you well for this. But what's the eye? No Thisbe do I see! Oh, wicked wall, for whom I see no bliss, cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me!
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
Oh, no. In truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. Now, she's to enter now, and I must spy her through the hole in the wall. You will see it will all fall flat, as I told you. Yeah, yonder she comes. You're on my side of the wall.
No, it's my side. This is my side.
My side of
No,
the wall.
this is my side.
You're ruining everything.
No, me. O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My chariots have often kissed my stones. Like stones with rhyme and hair in it up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the wall to spy, and I may hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, thou art my love. I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I, like Helen, to the fates be killed.
Not Cephalus to Procrus, was so true!
As Cephalus to Procrus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall. No.
Oh, I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I. It's your line. Thus have I.
Thus have I, wall my part discharged so, and being done, wall away doth go.
Now is the bureau down that divided the two neighbours.
No remedy, good sir, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff I have ever heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we think no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Look, here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now, perchance, both quake and tremble here, as lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. But know that I, snug that you be, am a lion fowl, nor else a lion's done. And should I, as lion, come in strife into this place, took pity on my life.
Very gentle beast and of good conscience.
The very best of the beasts I ever saw, good sir.
Mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, this lanterne. Vita! This lantern doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head. He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Moi, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
Well, this is the gravest error of all the rest. The man should be in the lantern. How else can it be the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see, it is already at snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. What he would change.
Well, it appears by his small light of discretion that he's already in the wane, yet out of courtesy and all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
And he is mocking me. All that I have to say, is to tell you that the lantern is the moon. Moi, the man in the moon. This thorn bush, mon thorn bush, and this dog, mon chien. Okay?
But all these should be in the lantern, for all these the moon. Silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well run, lion. Well run, Thisbe.
Well, surely the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
They came Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy golden, gracious, glittering beams, I trust and I may take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Aye, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear! Thy mantle good, what stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell! Come, fates, come, come! Cut, thread, and thrum! Quail, crush, conclude, and quail!
Well, this passion and the death of a dear friend would make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart. I pity the man.
Wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath hair deflowered, my dear? Which is, no, which was the fairest dame, that lived, that laughed, that liked, that looked with cheer? Come, tears, confound, out sword and wound the pap of Pyramus, aye, that left pap where hard doth hop now. Die I! Thus! Now am I fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight.
What's flight? Okay.
Well, no, die. What's an ace for him? For he is but one.
Well, less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Look, here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
But she hath already spied him with those sweet eyes.
Are you asleep, my love? I done? Dead? Oh, dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. Oh, those lily lips, this cherry nose. Oh. These yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. They're gone. Oh. Lovers, make mo. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore as you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Come, trusty sword. Come, bleed, my breast imbrue. No! Oh. And farewell, friends. Thus this me ends. Adieu. 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 Oh, God!
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wool too.
Oh, no, I assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Now, would it please you to see the epilogue?
No epilogue, I pray you. Your play needs no excuse. Never excuse for when all the actors are dead. They need no one be blamed. Marry, if he that had writ it had played Pyramus and had hung himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have made a fine tragedy. And indeed it was, and notably discharged. The iron tongue of midnight have struck 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much this night we have overwatched this gross palpable play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed.
Good night, sweetheart, till we meet tomorrow. Good night, sweetheart, sleep will banish sorrow. Tears and parting may make us forlorn, but with the dawn a new day is born. So I'll say,
The battle of France is over. The battle of Britain is about to begin.
Now the hungry lion roars, while the wolf behowls the moon, and the heavy plowman snores, all with weary tasks fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl screeching loud puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is that time of night that the graves, all gaping wide, every one lets forth his sprites in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, follow darkness like a dream. If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you do but slumber here while these visions do appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we shall mend. And as I am an honest pup, if we have an earned luck now to scape the serpent's tongue, we shall make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.